morning, my people. What's up, world? It is Sunday, October 5th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. Happy Sunday to all my good people this morning who are up, maybe going to church, maybe going to enjoy their day out. Depends on what the weather's like. Going to work, coming from work, traveling, wherever you are going. Please do not rush to get there. And if you are late, of course, you know it is your fault. I always want my people to be out there traveling safe at all times. Hope everybody's feeling appreciated and thankful and blessed for seeing another day and knowing with Him all things is possible. Happy Sunday to all. Yes, another glorious day. Um, I have to say, yesterday it was hot as I don't know what outside. I don't know. Yesterday was feeling like the first day of summer. It was crazy. It was crazy to a point I didn't even want to be outside. And I am a very, I'm a summer person. I'm a person that loves to be outside when the weather's warm. So it happens. But we're gonna chop it up today. We're gonna talk, ladies and gentlemen. The word of the day is wait. We're gonna talk about what the word wait means. The word of the day, wait. So let's get into it. Let's not waste no time on this Sunday morning. So for my newcomers and my regulars and everybody coming through for the first time or even not, or just stopping by to see what this channel's about, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to notify people that it's one of the best doggone places to come to for morning chop ups. All right. Vay, I see you, Queen. Good morning, sis. Peace and blessings. So, coming up as a child, there's a lot of words we had to learn, right? That was going to get us through in life. Wait was one of them. Now, there's a lot of definitions for the word wait. When you want to ask your mother for something, or if you want to go somewhere, wait, wait, just wait, hold on. Mom, can I get $5? Yeah, you can, but just wait, hold on. I'm gonna give it to you. Um, and a lot of times we didn't know what that word meant, but we had to learn it. And then as we got older, and there was opportunities that we wanted, and there was things that we wanted in our life that it wasn't meant for us to get right then and there, that word wait came back around because then it was okay, you got to wait. It's not your time. Your opportunity is not now. Wait. It wasn't meant for you to have that car, that house, that job. Wait, because God always has a better plan for you. And believe me, the word wait is not such a popular word because nobody wants to wait for anything. I told you when I go to a restaurant, I don't like waiting 30 or 45 minutes to go eat. So I'm the type of person where, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to get the heck out of there and go somewhere else. Crush, what's up, my Philly brother? Crush, I saw you too at the Boots Ennis media workout. Uh, they showed a quick clip of you, I think YSM. And I looked, I said, is that my man Crush? I rewind, I looked, I said, that is Crush. I see you down there you was down there doing your thing. Wish I could have been there for that. So the word wait is not a nasty word. The word wait is an understanding word because we know there's times we have to wait. You ever get, you go into a hospital, you got to wait to see a doctor. Unless it's an emergency. You got to wait to see somebody. Anybody who's going to get, who's on welfare, who has to go to these places to get their benefits. What do we got to do? We got to wait. When COVID happened, what do we have to do to get inside these grocery stores? A lot of us had to wait online. Depends on how it was where you were at. But I know where I was at to get in the store here, you had to wait. 5 people go, 10 people go in, or 5 people go in, and then you will wait. Waiting, yes, waiting is a process. But I notice as we get older, we get less patience with that word wait because we've heard it so much in our lives that we think because we get to a certain age that we shouldn't have to wait on anything. And that, I'm not going to lie, there's certain things we shouldn't have to wait on, but that's how it is. And I think people not waiting sometimes could get them in trouble and get them in predicaments that they can't get out of. Like that one person that goes, I can't wait for a job to happen. I can't wait for this to happen. I got to go make something happen. And sometimes you not waiting puts you in a predicament where now you're like, oh shit, had I would have waited, maybe this would have happened. But being that I didn't wait, now I'm waiting to see a judge and explaining why I did what I did. Do y'all understand where I'm going with this? The word wait is not everybody's favorite word. Some people, I think we wait for what we want to wait for. Like if there's a new pair of Jordans come out, somebody will easily say, man, I can't wait for those to come out, boy. You can wait, but you just anxious because you know, okay, when they come, I'm gonna be on that line. And when them doors open, boy, ooh, I can't wait to grab me. I'm gonna get me a pair of those. Right? And then when it's time for an opportunity for you, man, I don't want to wait for that. I don't want to wait for that. I need that. I need that right now. I need that to happen right now. And we have to realize a lot of times it's not our time then and there. It's just not. Waiting is a process. A process is waiting. Because even though you're processing something, something's being processed, you're still waiting for it to, almost like pending. When they say something is pending, and it's a process. You're waiting. It's a transaction. So when something goes through, it's like, okay, now we can get to business. But the word of the day is wait. There's going to be some things in this world that we're going to have to wait for that we don't want to wait for, but we're going to have to do that. It's you have a lot of you have a lot of you have a lot of parents out there that's waiting for their kids, right, to become parents, or they're waiting. Is they're just like they'll go and say, hey, when you gonna give me some grandchildren? I'm waiting. And you go, well, you're gonna be waiting forever, grandma, because I'm not giving you. But hey, sometime it'll happen when the kid is ready. When you gonna move out? I'm gonna move out. Just wait. I'm working on it. I'm working on something. So wait could be used for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different scenarios. Cash, top of the morning, baby. I'll see you, my guy. Peace and blessings to you and the family. But if we're not careful with the word wait, we'll put ourselves in a situation where we're waiting somewhere where we don't want to wait. You don't want to be in somebody's precinct or waiting to see a judge because you took the word wait and wanted to do what you wanted to do, and they put you in a situation where now this is what you got to wait for. It's frustrating because if we don't start understanding what these words mean, and we know what they mean, but if we don't start treating them as if we know what they mean, it puts us all in tough predicaments. Believe me, y'all, there's a lot of things I don't want to wait for because I'm a very impatient person. I'm only patient with stuff that I want to be patient with. There's a lot of stuff I go, yo, I'm not waiting on that. I could tell you, it's a lot of stuff I tell you. My wife be like, yo, you got to get the pick. Yo, man, look, baby, I love you, but I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't got patience for that. Like ignorant people, I can't. I have no. I have no. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But like I said, we all learned the word wait when we were younger. When your mother told you to wait for something and you wanted to ask for something to drink and you couldn't go to the refrigerator and get it yourself, and she says, "Wait, I'm about to get up and get it. Don't you see I'm on the phone?" And you just said, "The hell with you, lady. I'm just gonna go pour it myself." And here it is, you made a big mess. And then now she whoops the hell out you because she said, "Didn't I tell you to wait? Didn't I tell you to wait? So why didn't you do it?" So the word wait is something that we have learned a long time ago. Nobody got grown and just learned the word wait. Nobody. I don't care who you are. What you did was when you got older, you started to do what you wanted to do with the word wait. That's what you did because we all learned the word wait. Nobody is nobody is that lost and confused where they or I didn't learn what the word wait means until I got older. That could be true, but at some point we knew what it was. We knew what it was. People, we all have a problem sometimes with the word wait. And it frustrates me sometimes because that's not a word I really get along with. It depends on what we talking about. I'll go, yo, man, I'm not waiting on nothing. I need this to happen right now. Not now, but I need it right now. So, and I always waited to where I wanted to be married, but I know every relationship I had been in, every time I thought that person was going to be the person, it never happened. And I'm sitting here like, okay, what now? I waited and then it happened. But you gotta wait. You might go through 100 bad relationships before you, or 99 out of 100, and then you still got that one relationship that changed everything. It's something that is part of life. Yeah, it happens at the right time, babe. Um, and when you wait for certain things, um, God could take you to some amazing places. He could show you some amazing things when you just wait. Oh, babe, you'll get there. You'll get there, babe. Trust me, you'll get there. You'll get there, sis. Just hold on. It's a process. But God will take you to some amazing places and introduce you to some beautiful people. But I always feel like we sit back and we watch everybody's life move ahead of ours, and we want to know why we still stuck in the same place. Why does it look like we're on land and the ships is moving, the boats is moving, and we feel like we're just standing there watching it, and it's like, why are we not on that boat? Why are we not on that cruise? Yeah, he's definitely near there. Let me tell you something. You walk past him every day, babe. You don't even know it. That one dude you probably look at like he's a weirdo. What the hell does he keep looking at me for? or you and him just keep locking eyes, but y'all just might not say nothing to each other, or y'all might simply just be like, "Good morning." Guarantee you, that's probably him. We walk past people every day that we don't know that's could be for you, you know? So we look and we watch everybody life who we feel like is moving ahead of us, and then we ask ourselves, okay, why am I still waiting? Why haven't I moved? Why hasn't anything changed? You gotta wait. But how long do I have to wait? Till God tells you that it's all good. When God tells you that it's all good, then we can start the process. But that's just how it's gotta be. The word of the day is wait. Believe me, as much as I would like my podcast to be jumping right now, I would love it to be successful. I would love the world to know who I am. It's a process. It takes time, and I'm waiting. Me and my wife have a busload of ideas that we do for No Duck Zone, a busload. But a lot of things take time, patience, and we are waiting. We're not waiting for a miracle to fall out of the sky. We're just waiting for God to give us the okay. Thank you, babe. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. We're waiting for God to give us the okay because God is the only person we need permission from to be great. We don't need permission from nobody on earth. There's nobody on earth that can tell us to go be great. There's not one person on earth that can tell us to go ahead and be great. You can compliment me, but only permission I need is God's permission. James Newsom III, what's up? It's God's timing. It's not about being super religious, but in all reality, it's God's timing. I have to understand that because sometimes I find myself questioning God and being very upset with Him, but then more or less being upset with myself because He's doing His part. You got to do the rest. And I sit sometime and I go, God, come on, man, please make something happen. I don't want to take no Duck Zone and throw it in the trash. I don't want to throw no Duck. I don't want to throw no Duck Zone away because some people are very entertained by what it is that I do because I don't just do boxing. I actually speak to the world about what's really going on. So give me a sign or something because I'm some ways I feel helpless. I feel helpless sometimes, and I go, yo, we got to make something pop off. It's got to pop off now. But then I realize he's telling me, be patient, my son. Just wait. I got something coming for you that you can only imagine. That you can only imagine. So wait is a very important word. But the thing is, we wait for what we want to wait for. A while ago, I spoke on patience. I spoke on that. And waiting, patience is all process. It's all in the same department. They all are part of the same family. They all part of the, those words are all a part of the same family. But it's something about the wait word that makes people be like, nah, I don't feel like waiting. Or I don't wait for nothing. I need mines now. God said your time is near. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I struggle to follow God every day because I'm dealing with a lot right now, and I'm still trying. Yeah, James. Oh, James, God got you. That's a fact. He has all of us if we want Him to. But whatever you're going through, James, Lucien, I pray for you. I pray for you, brother. May God be with you, your family, people in your community, your job, you, because We all are out here battling and struggling with some type of demons, and demons doesn't mean we're possessed, but we have the devil coming and knocking at our door every day. Some people answer, some people don't. Our job is not to answer. Before you think about answering, wait. The word of the day is wait. Yeah, we going. Yeah, James. I tell you what, James. I tell you what. This is what I'll do for you, James. You continue to keep coming over here. My girl Vay, who hasn't been over here long, but from the time she's been coming in, she's new in this channel too. She'll tell you. You keep coming over here, brother. We keep having these conversations. You'll be all right. We do this every morning. I talk other stuff too, but this is what we do. We do this for the people. It's not about views and clicks over here. It's not about cloud chasing. We got people going through real stuff in real life. So you continue to come over here, subscribe to the channel. Come on over here, brother. Yeah, we got you. We got you. And if there's anybody who's feeling what you feeling, James, that's going through the same thing, you do me a favor. You make sure you send them over here. Long as they are respectful, send them over here. I appreciate you, James. Thank you, man. God bless you, King. So even for me, I have to learn to wait. I have no patience with certain things, y'all. I got an issue sometimes, and it needs to be fixed. Like I could tell y'all to wait and be patient, but then I could leave and get off this live today and go do something where I'd be like, oh my God, I'm told them that they had to wait, and look at me, I'm over here acting like a 3-year-old. Yes, thank you, Vay. But we gotta wait for all the ladies out there who's looking for that dude that they want to be married. Wait, because what you have to wait for, you don't necessarily have to wait to see if you'll ever meet him. We have to wait to see what type of timing he's on. Is he looking for the same thing for my brothers, or y'all looking for the same thing? Yeah, we all fall short. It happens. We all fall short, and we have to just remember our purpose because we all serve a purpose in this world. All of us. No matter how many times um, we wake up feeling like we're nothing. Somebody might have told us like we're nothing. We're working jobs where they're making us feel like we're nothing, but we all are something in this world. All of us are something in this world, even if we're something that our family didn't want us to be. Our family might have wanted us to be more than what we are today, but we are not here to please people. As long as you are satisfied with who you are, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. The word of the day is wait. Your time is coming. We all say, I wish my finance would change. I wish I had a better house, a better car. And we're not doing that. I'm sure a lot of us is not doing that to show off. A lot of us just want to find the things in life, and there's nothing wrong with it. But we gotta wait. Well, how much longer are we supposed to wait? Well, don't ask me. You gotta talk to God about that. Oh man, patience is not my best friend, James. I ain't gonna lie to you. Patience is not. But patience and waiting is in the same department. They both related. It's hard. Um, you know, James, everybody who's listening, we can ask God how long, but sometimes we are responsible too for how long things take. Because what we do is what we do is we get comfortable. And I'm not saying Juve, James, or anybody, but what I'm saying is sometimes as people we sit, right? and we feel like we ain't got to do no work. We'll just let God do all the work. But sometimes we are responsible too for asking how long, because we have to do something. And the only thing we can do is do what we can do, and then God does the rest. If we just sit there and throw everything on God and be like, man, I ain't got to do nothing, man. I'll let the, if God is real, like they say he is, then he should be able to pull off a miracle and I ain't going to do nothing. I'm just going to sit here. And if he can't do it, then he's not as real as people saying he is. Man, that's the wrong way to think. That's the wrong way to think, ladies and gentlemen. If you're thinking like that, you lost already. You got to get out there and put in some of the work and then say, hey, God, I did my part. I can't do everything. I need you to help me. I need you to step in. If you just step in this one time for me, I'll never ask for your help again. I mean, it's nothing wrong talking to God. Hmm? We could be on social media talking to each other every day, cloud chasing, doing all this silly stuff. But when it's time to talk to him, it's like, mm-mm. Understand, James? We got to be here for each other. A lot of this nonsense that you see on these social medias, what you see going on these streets, man, and none of this is like, it's all trash, man. It's trash. We have to wait for what we're asking God for and what we want. Some things are gonna come faster than some things are gonna come faster than others. But the things we really want, that we desire, God is like, it ain't your time yet, bro. Ain't your time, James Newsom. Just hold on. I got you. Vay, it's not your time. Hold on. I got you. Everybody in the chat, hold on. God got you. I have to remind myself that because I get frustrated. Yeah, babe, I'm glad that you guys came through here, man. I really appreciate y'all. But we're gonna have to start understanding what that word wait means. Now, there's certain things that can't be waited for, that it's got to get done immediately. But when we're asking God for a gift, to be gifted with something, it's a process. It is a process that we have to just wait for, man. And we have to keep our fingers crossed. But it's also important that we all keep some type of, we have to keep some kind of bond. And that's the reason why the morning chop ups, these chop ups exist. And yeah, cross process takes time. It takes time. It takes time. It takes patience. Listen, check this out, James, right? The answer is not for you or me or Vay or anybody else to go out here and crash out and think that crashing out is the answer. Yes, things happen when you least expect it, right? Check it out, Vay. You walk out your door today. Let's just say you going to Walmart, whatever stores by you, I don't know. You just happen to go in the store, you grab a shopping cart, you just going in there, you doing your thing, right? You're not thinking about nobody. You ain't thinking about meeting nobody. You just want to get in the store and get in and get what you got to get and get out. You have to go down the aisle and you bump into somebody, you and him start talking, and then who knows where it goes from there. Now you might not be able to take him too serious. He don't know if he could take you serious. You might have been in some bad relationships. He could have been in some bad relationships. But who knows from that point on what can happen? Y'all can just go from bumping into each other in the supermarket or grocery store to, oh, we talk every day, and then now we out on dates and we starting to build. We starting to get serious. Hmm? 3, 4 months from now, maybe 6 months from now, now you meet his family, because you know it takes time. Nobody just wants to introduce you to their family. It takes time, because if it messes up, now your family's gonna be judging you like, yeah. So who knows? Things happen unexpectedly. It happens every day. Good morning, my other sister, Miss Knight. Good morning, Queen. I appreciate you getting up on this Sunday with me. I appreciate all y'all. Um, and life is funny like that. When I met my wife, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? When I met my wife, I was coming out of a very nasty, disgusting breakup where I was accused of something that I didn't do and I had to suffer the consequences for it. But it took a while for me to recover. And I became not an alcoholic, but well, you might as well say that. I got into a lot of drinking and I was going through a lot, man. Smoking cigarettes. I was going through a lot because I was trying to figure out, okay, where do I go from here? How can I trust anybody? I was 34 at the time. 34 at the time, and I was just like, life is not over, but where do I go from here? And the whole year I was just out messing with different women and just doing whatever I wanted to do. And then January 7th, yeah, I went through a lot, babe. It's deep. I'm gonna get into it not today, but I'm just gonna get into it one day about that. But so January 7th of 2018, I meet my wife 2 days before my birthday. I meet her before my 35th birthday. And when I walked into the club, man, believe me, I wasn't really thinking about getting no number, meeting no women. I was mad. I was mad. I was very upset. And I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna party and get the hell out of here. But then, there's about like 99 women in the club, man. And I just so happened to glance at my wife, and she was probably the most beautiful thing I've seen in that club. I stared at her, she stared at me, we conversated, and my birthday was 2 days later. She didn't know me from a hole in the wall, but she came down and kicked it with me for my 35th birthday after we just met 2 days prior. Um, and I remember about a couple weeks later, January 21st, I talked to her. We was sitting down. We was in Buffalo Wild Wings. If you've never been to New York, the Magic Johnson Theater that's on 125th that actually belongs to the basketball player Magic Johnson. There used to be a Buffalo Wild before COVID happened. But anyway, we went up there for our first date, and that's when I looked at her. I was like, yo, I told her that I really wanted to be with her because at that time we were still trying to figure out what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, it had been on. A couple months later, I'm like, I proposed to her, but it was the whole thing of I waited. I waited. Oh yeah, man. My wife is, the thing about marriage and relationships, even not just boyfriend and girlfriend, but even with your homie, if you got a homeboy or homegirl, sometimes you try to have patience and you try to wait, you try to bear with them, but sometimes it's difficult. Me and my wife don't always have the best relationships. We don't always see eye to eye. But what I try to do is I try to wait before I blow it out of proportion. And we got to learn to keep people out of our business. You know, when we get upset and we run the social media with our business, now we have to realize it's not just our business, it's the world's business now. Now you just basically told the whole world what you're going through. Now you're gonna sit there and say, well, how y'all know I'm talking about that? And it don't matter. You just put it out there. I know when I saw, yeah, 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 that's a fact. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, like I said, we don't. The great thing about my wife is this, right? My wife has always been since the time we met. She's been my best friend. She's even sometimes been my provider when there were certain things I couldn't do. But she's always been that, and she's my business partner in No Doug Zone. So a lot of things you see me do or see happen, you'll see her behind scenes, and she takes care of a lot of stuff. She's probably one of the best women that a man could ask for. Um, Believe me, I wouldn't trade her in for a pair of sneakers. I wouldn't trade it in for no flat screen TV. I wouldn't trade it in for nothing. Um, that's my partner in crime. You know what I mean? But the thing was, I waited. I waited. I didn't know what the hell I was waiting for because I'm like, you know what? I don't even give a shit if I get married or not. No, I didn't care. Y'all ever been hurt where you just like you don't care? Hmm? Y'all ever just been to a point in your life you just didn't care because you've been hurt so many times where you don't even care if it happens. You just like, you know what, Lord, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'm fine. I might have to face the fact that I might have to die alone because you feel betrayed. You ever tell yourself, I don't really care if I don't have no friends left because you've had people, oh, hold on. Okay, wait a minute. I can't see what I'm reading. What the hell am I supposed to be reading? Yeah, she was my missing rib. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it happens where you feel like if you've been tired of people that you've been in relationships, every relationship you've been in, something's went wrong. Every friendship you had, somebody has turned their back on you and stabbed you in your back. Then you start to question yourself and ask yourself, is it me? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I seem to get everything right? Everything falls on me. I'm my family's downfall. I'm this and that. God, you got to give me a sign. Because in a minute, I'm about to snap, crackle, and pop. And then God looks at you with a smile and be like, be patient, my daughter. Be patient, son. Good things is about to come your way. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, be patient. If you love me and you believe in me, I got you. God, I can't do it. These bills is high, man. The car note got to be paid. The house got to be, the mortgage. Jesus Christ. I can't do this. I want to put my kids in the best school, but I can't do this. When am I going to get married? When am I going to have kids if I want to? When is it my turn? When does it become my turn? I'm watching everybody else just go ahead and live their life and be happy. And when the hell is it going to be my turn? Oh, just wait. Well, God, I've been waiting for a long time now. I'm 42 going on 43. How much time, how much more I got to wait? You know what? I tell you what, Vay. You, James, Miss Knight, and everybody else is in here. You guys are shining now. You don't even know it. I understand, James. I understand. Let me tell you something. When I got accused of something that I didn't do, I went from being in a regular jail to being in probably one of the most notorious jails that you could be in New York City called Rikers Island. And yeah, you will, babe. That's a fact. Um, and I was in there for 2 weeks. And do you know anything could have happened to me in those 2 weeks? Because that's a very notorious jail. And I say all that to say, I still managed to bounce back from all that. God still had a plan for me. Because at this point, I thought it was over for me. I said, this is how it's going to end for me at 34 years old. This is crazy. But he had a plan for me. And I overcame that. I overcame it. And to be going on 43, um, God's been good to me. He's always been good to me. Sometimes I feel like I have failed him, but he's always been good to me. Word word of the day is wait. There's going to be some things, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wait for. And we can't dwell on it. Let's not sit around. Underrated, my number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media. My Brooklyn brother, what's up? There's going to be some things we got to wait for, ladies and gentlemen. And let's not dwell on waiting for it. Let's not think about it so much, because the thinking about it so much makes us want it more. Yes, the word of the day is wait. Because thinking about it, now we're rushing the process. Yo, come on, man. This got to hurry up, man. Jesus Christ, was taking so long. I need a raise at my job. I need this. I need that. We got to wait. We just got to wait. When I jumped on YouTube and I started looking at my subscribers, and I go, come on, man. How in the world is it that I got the same subscribers, man? Jesus, man. Come on. After a while in my mind, I'm like, something's got to give. Isn't something I'm not doing right? Because, they tell you that make videos and make content that people are going to like. And I'm like, so does that mean I have to be out here selling my soul and doing all types of crazy stuff just to get viewers and subscribers? I'm not going to do that. But then eventually I kept working. I kept making the content that I wanted to make, that you guys could relate to. Besides me just talking boxing, I wanted to make something that you guys can come in here and relate to. Because Miss Knight, Bay, Underrated, James, and everybody else, in real life, we all got something that we're trying to recover from and bounce back from. Some things there's no coming back from it. And then there's those that go, okay, it's gonna take time for this to heal. It's gonna take time. And that's just how it is. But nobody will see that. Nobody sees that. And with this whole social media, YouTube, as bad as it that you don't have too many, and I can't speak for all channels, but you got some channels where you can't come and express like this, because you walk on so many channels, like I've always said before, the chaos that erupts in these channels. You want one place that you can come to and go, God, can I just go to a channel where people could feel what I'm feeling, even if they ain't been through it? Because they say if you ain't been through it, then you can't understand what I'm feeling. But can I go somewhere where a black man ain't disrespecting a black man? He's not judging a black woman because he feels like, hey, because she's a woman, she shouldn't have no opinion. She shouldn't be able to talk. Get her out of here. Let her go on the girls' panel. We don't need her over here. That's not something I create. That over here. Because over here, all voices are accepted as long as people's respectful. I don't understand what's the problem with asking for that. Because that's why No Doug Zone was created. We're not gonna have that. Anytime my sister Vay says, "Yo, man, I want to come up here and talk, and can you send me the link?" Got you. Miss Knight said, "Hey, can I come up there with Sister Vay?" Of course. Which y'all could be on the lookout too for Ladies' Night with No Doug Zone. It's gonna be coming. Just letting y'all know. Ladies' Night with No Doug Zone is coming. So just be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to do something more too with my brothers. Not just talk about sports and stuff. We're going to talk about life. If it ain't for you fellas, I understand, because a lot of y'all are adopted and attached to nonsense. A lot of you brothers are attached and adopted to nonsense, to chaos, because drama sells, but it don't sell over here, not on my channel. I'm not going to sell my soul to the devil to make $1. I'm going to wait for my time to shine. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to be out here acting a donkey, hoping that when I do that, oh, I could get views for this. I'm just going to be out here jumping out the window. No, why do all that? Well, all I have to do is just wait. Okay, so my channel ain't moving fast enough. My channel is moving great. I'll have 800 subscribers soon, and I don't even worry about subscribers like that. But when I look at it, I'm like, you almost got 800 subscribers. You're doing pretty doggone good from when you first started. And I'm proud of my work. And I'm proud that I have some of the most dopest subscribers that's here with me. You guys, and I'm hoping to meet some of you guys in real life. As the months go on, I'm hoping that I meet some of you. I'm really hoping because the social media thing is cool, but after a while, I'll be wanting to meet people in real life. James Newsom, you make sure you keep coming back here. You keep coming back here. You don't stop coming back here. Don't stop coming back here. Trust me, brother. You keep coming back. Keep coming back. Whatever you going through, God got you. But you make sure you make it your business to keep coming back here. You keep. Matter of fact, this is what I'll do for you, James. I usually don't do this for first timers. Usually for people walking in, I don't do this because I always like to give people time. But this is what I'll do for you, just to show you, James. And I'm not supposed to do this when first timers walk in. I usually give people time because then people usually start showing who they are. But I have a good feeling about you, James. Don't let me down. But you seem like a good brother. But I want you to keep coming back here because these morning chop ups are very important. Keep coming back. Come back. We gonna get it right, y'all. We gonna get it right. We're not gonna keep allowing these news channels to make us all look like we're monsters. We're not gonna keep allowing these idiots on social media with these channels to make all of us look like we don't have no home training. Well, that's the problem with black people, man. They don't know how to act. No, 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 no. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And you guys, my subscribers are going to help me prove these people wrong. That we do know how to act. And we're gonna separate ourselves from all these other channels. That's what we're gonna do on No Doug Zone. You guys are No Doug Zone family now, so you guys are gonna help me prove these other places wrong. That we do know how to act, and that we all can come together. If James Newsom disagrees with me about something, it's okay. I ain't gotta disrespect him. We ain't gotta do all that. We're gonna agree to disagree, and it's gonna be okay because he's gonna come back up there tomorrow, and I'm not gonna say I don't want James back because he can't agree with me. Vay don't agree with me about something, so I kick her out of here. You're out of here, Vay. Miss Knight, underrated. All my subscribers, you're out of here. You can't agree with me, you're gone. No, we ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna wait for my opportunity. It's coming. My opportunity is coming, y'all. I'm telling you, I got a great feeling, man. It is coming. And I'm gonna celebrate it with y'all. Every year I do, like I said, every year I do my annual barbecue. Next year, I'll be doing my annual barbecue for my 4th year in a row. Some of y'all stick around. Y'all might be in New York next year. Who knows? Some of you guys might get some vacation time. Might be able to come out and celebrate with me. I would love nothing more than that. To come on in New York next summer and come kick it with me. Yeah, James, same thing. You keep coming back, man. I don't know if any of y'all are on Instagram, but if you are, You could follow me on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook. So just for y'all who just might want to know, if you have an Instagram, yeah, I got an Instagram. You put No Doug Zone on Instagram, it'll come up. Just for the people who have it. If you don't have social media, then don't worry about it. But that's just for the people who might want to look me up on the gram. Because some people be like, we don't know what you look like. And I'm like, that's a lie. You go to my YouTube, you see my face plenty of times. Like, I'm not one of these weirdos who do lives and you don't never see what I look like. Like, it's just that I show my face so much now and it's easy to see me that I'm like, I don't need to. And besides, in the morning, no, I don't look too I don't look too good in the morning. So y'all know how we look. We like, man, I'm not gonna show my face. I got the sleepy face. I mean, but you can look me up on there. I'm on there. Clarence McLean on Facebook. No Duck Zone on IG. Um, I'm serious, Vay. Ain't nobody be trying to show their face, man. After a while, like, you ever had that dude try to video chat you and he like, yo, I can't see you. And you like, you don't need to see me. I'm in the bed. I got morning breath. I got sleep in my eyes. I took my makeup off because I went out last night. Appreciate you, babe. I took my makeup off. I can't let you see me like this. My hair wrapped. And he like, I don't care. Because that's what I used to do with my wife. She'd be like, oh, I don't care nothing about none of that. Let me see that pretty face. I do it to her now. I don't care. She'd be like, don't kiss me. I got the morning breath. I'm like, if you don't bring that hot mouth here, I don't give a shit about none of that. Bring that hot mouth here. Girl, don't make me chase you now. I don't want to have to do that now. You're going to bring that hot mouth here. I don't care nothing about that. We married. Man, I ain't got no damn sense, y'all. But who I told you about on my panel, he refuses to cam up for it. Um, well, when people refuse to cam up and you ain't never seen them before, that's a problem. That might be a problem. Because I'm gonna be real with you. If I don't know what you look like, I can't have you on. Big copy, James. I got you. I can't look you up now because I don't have no other I don't have no other phone with me. But when I get off, I remember that. I remember that. Big Man 77 is not hard to forget. Did I see your face? Yes, I did see your face. I saw your face. I saw your face, Vay. I was like, okay. I said, okay, Vay. Okay, Vay. They out here, they out here looking like a little J. Okay, Vay. Nah, yeah, somebody who don't show their face though, that's a problem. That's why I never let people up on my panel and I've never seen their face. And people go, why is that? Yeah, nah, I saw you, Vay. I was like, okay, Vay. They out here joining it. Okay, Vay. Because that's a problem. Why is it so important to see people's face? Because you don't know if somebody will do something crazy. We have had people who've actually done stuff where they have showed their private parts. You give somebody the link to come up, and Underrated could back me up on this if he's still in that. People have actually showed their private parts, and they've done crazy stuff on these channels. My picture on YouTube, but y'all can't see what I look like on my gram. Nah, Vic, I got you, my guy. We've had people do that. I remember y'all about 2 years ago. I had this. There was this girl. I don't know what happened to her. I hope she's still okay. Haven't spoke to her in a while, but I remember she was going through something, and I'm the type that always talk you off the edge. And I was giving her encouraged words, and one day she came up on my live, and this other dude pressed to come on the gram. So I'm thinking he was somebody who might have knew her, or he wanted to come up and talk her down off the edge, and they showed something crazy. I ain't gonna even say what it was, but y'all know I had to delete the whole video. So from that point on, even when I was on Instagram, if you tried to ask to join my live on Instagram, and if I asked anybody who was on there, I said, "Do you know this person?" They go, "Nah, we don't know him." You don't know him? You don't know him? Well, homie, nobody knows you on here, so you're not coming up. Yeah, I got one of those, Vay. But people was doing that. So then I got to a point, and people would get mad because if I was up there talking boxing, they would think because I'm talking boxing. Don't think because I'm talking a certain subject that gives you the right to come up. Because I don't know what type of timing you on. And even if you straight, right, and you're not a bad person, but you can come out there and flip out. Like I don't do crash out sessions. We don't do crash out sessions. We're trying to be where, yeah, people are, James. They're everywhere. Do they still do it? There's a possibility they still do it. I haven't heard anybody mention nothing about it, but I think people started catching on, and that's why um they put the what you call it. They put the what you call it on YouTube where you got to be subscribed a certain amount of time. But that's why I don't put my link in the chat. You don't see me put my link in the chat. I got to send the link to you either through your Instagram or I got to send it through your email. But far as me just putting the link out there, I'm not doing it because even though somebody presses that link and they're backstage, that doesn't mean you have to let them on. But I'm not even giving you the opportunity where you could do that. If you don't serve no purpose over here, I'm not gonna have you over here. Yeah, I don't pin it. It's not happening because I don't invite everybody into my house. This is my house. Now No Doug Zone is your house. So if this is all our house together, we're not gonna let somebody come in that don't serve a purpose. That's gonna come in thinking they're gonna want to do what they want to do in our house. We're not gonna let them do that. We're just not gonna let people do that. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, you got a lot of weird people that was coming on doing that. And some of them still do it. If you see some of these trolls that come in here, if you look at some of the stuff they say, it's crazy. But I don't worry about it. I just wait and play my part, play my position. What up, James? I can always go for a joke, brother. I can always go for a good laugh. That's why I look at a lot of stuff on Instagram because I'll be laughing my ass off. Oh no. Yeah, people like that, I'm not. Yeah, you got some women that'll be out of hand, but not on mine because you won't get the link to come up. People get upset when you don't send them the link because they want to sit there and feel like they either a part of something or they want to be some type of like, and I'm like, nah, we're not happening. We're not doing that. What's up though, James? No racial, but what do you call a group of white people dressed in all white running down the hill? What, James? No, what you call it? I'm laughing already. I didn't even. I'm laughing already. She said sheep. Yo, babe, those. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Babe, yo, babe, it's too early for your shenanigans, man. Oh, my God. I can't do this with y'all today. Oh, man. Wait. The word of the day is wait. Just wait. Nah, he never came back in. What is it, James, though? Because I don't know if that might have been it. Oh, yo, James, you the worst for that, bruh. Yo, you was the worst. God. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, James. Oh my God. Take the wheel. That's a good one, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they do though. They do, Ray. I ain't gonna hold you. They do. I'd be like, yo, what are they doing? Man, I barely could get my wife to bungee jump. She ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing none of that. So I'm just naturally funny. Well, we have to be naturally funny. We need something. We need a good laugh. I want James to be able to make a um to make jokes because the thing is, the best therapy, the best therapy besides talking is laughter. That's best therapy is laughter. We need to laugh because I'm telling you, there's too many of us walking around upset and can't explain why. You know, it's the best laughter. You doing your laundry underrated? Yes, we need to. No, James. That's the best laughter. We need that, bro. That's the best therapy is laughing. We need the laugh. We need to. We need that laugh. Too many people are just so uptight. Just don't need to be so uptight. Laugh, y'all. Make jokes. Now you gonna make some jokes that the rest of the world is that they're not gonna think is funny because we live in this world. Like I said, you gotta be careful with what you say and not how you say it. Man, forget all that. We need to laugh. We need laughter in this world. I'm gonna laugh. Now I might not laugh at everything because certain things to me are not funny. But if nobody's getting hurt behind it or offended, I'm gonna laugh. Jeff Spark, what's up, my good brother? I'm gonna laugh. That's what we want to do on here. This show is not always about being serious. A drug dealer and a hooker. Now I don't know what is the difference between the drug dealer and the hooker. Oh, this is getting good. Now this is getting good. I like James already. I like James already. This is getting good. What's the difference? Look at Babe. Babe made the look with her eyes like, what's the difference? Hold on. Oh man. But good morning, y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button coming in. The hooker washes her crack and resells it. Yo, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. James, I'm done with you, done. James, I'm done with you. Oh shit. Yo, I ain't never thought of that. That's crazy. Like we say in New York, nasty work. Nasty work. Hey, yo, in the words of Aretha Franklin, ain't no way. God damn. Oh shit. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Ain't no way. Man, this is why I love my show. This is why I love my show. Word of the day is wait, man. Wait. You just don't know what'll happen, right? Wait, man. Wait. But I want to say though, honestly, right? Something great is about to happen to all of us. I know you do, James. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram too, man. It's hold on. Let me just go back for a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Um, we were talking, and it just slipped my mind. Vicman77. Okay, Vicman77. I wanted to remember that. Vicman77. I got you. Vicman77. So yeah, the word of the day, like I said, is wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. He said, I followed you and James, no doubt. All right, I'm gonna look as soon as I get off here because I gotta get off here. I'm gonna spend the rest of the time with my wife. I'm gonna come back here later. Now, yesterday I was supposed to came back here, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, for some reason I didn't want to do it. But I'm gonna definitely come back today because I cheated myself yesterday by not coming back. But I'm gonna be back here and we're gonna talk more. We're not talking no boxing. All right now we're not doing that. We're just gonna come back. I'm gonna think of a subject and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless every single last one of y'all. If you out traveling today, just do me a favor, James. And this is something that Vay's been here, so she knows what I'm about to say. You out traveling today, safe travels, and make sure to protect your space and your peace. The most important thing that you can do. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I just got off of work around 5:30 in the morning. I might be asleep by the time we get off. That's cool. I'm about to get off, but I'll be back later and I'm gonna let y'all know. Make sure I put the notifications on. Make sure y'all tell somebody about this. Pass the word about this channel. James, thank you for coming over here, brother. You make sure you come on back. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.